everybody. This is the Whispering Voice, and I hope I find you all happy and well, and also getting plenty of relaxation. I'm just relaxing myself, actually, and it's just a sort of rambling whisper about nothing, basically. Sometimes I find when you whisper, as when you chat, when you talk, the times when it's just sort of spontaneous and with no subject matter can be just as relaxing, or hopefully. I myself, as it's quite late in the evening, I'm lying in bed, and I'm not sure whether you get this too, but it's one of those times where I'm tired, but I'm not just quite ready to sleep. So you can chat and speak just until you sort of drop to sleep. So I'm holding the microphone loosely by hand, but hope that it doesn't differ from the relaxation element and purpose of this video. All sounds very well thought out, doesn't it? But it's not. I've got some new audio recording equipment on the way in, well, mainly microphone or microphones and one or two other things. I'm not going to divulge into what they are at this present moment, but we'll wait and see. Now, the purpose of getting these is I have some plans on hopefully uploading many more videos than I have been doing, which will involve indoor videos, maybe more like this if these go down well and if they're liked enough, and of course outdoor videos, not only on the walking or the woods and the cooking, but also on nature and the surrounding sounds, because that's the reason I go myself, is to is to watch and listen and just listen, basically relax. It's have said this really from the videos when I started this channel. My needs are very simple, and little things make me very happy. And thankfully and luckily, a lot of those things are provided free by nature and its surroundings, and there can be some beauty in the modern day life as well. The other evening, early evening actually, still light, happened to be walking past an abandoned farm, and I could always smell a certain scent as I passed the barn, which immediately I knew was a fox, scent of a fox, and I popped my head inside the barn, where the scent was much stronger. Now this old barn looked like it sort of been deserted, because half of the hay was still there. But of course it's all very, very dry and no use for what it was made for, really. However, it's made a good home by the looks of it for a fox family, I think. And I carried on with my little walk. Now, about an hour and a half later, I returned, and it was still light as I approached this old barn. Who pops his head? Well, it wasn't him, it was her. Out, the vixen, out of the barn door, was the fox, the mother. And it was funny because she spotted me straight away and just glanced for about 5 seconds, and then continued to trot out of the barn and off into the distance, starting her evening's hunting. Seeing more foxes these days coming out in the day. Now there can be 2 explanations for this. One can be that there's young. She has young to feed, so which the fox will go out day and night if it has to. That can be one explanation. The second can be the sort of prey and food they hunt at night has become less and less in that area. So that means if they're hungry enough, they will go out in the day, just on sort of the off chance of coming across something to eat. But I think this particular fox, this vixen, the mother, does have young, and is going out early to feed them and herself, obviously. But little things like that, you see. I could sit there for hours just watching and listening to the sounds. And in actual fact, if you've never been into the woods at night, a lot of people fancy the idea of camping in the woods and do so. But to a lot of people who've never done it, it has some sort of wonderful thoughts, of course. Spending the night under the stars, under the canopy of the trees, listening to the breeze rustling through the leaves, creaking the branches, and then sending you to sleep, maybe with the odd hoot from the owl. But most likely, in reality, some of the noises you would hear, or to an untrained ear, would send you running as fast as you could back home. Sounds of all sorts of strange noises, which, when it's dark, and especially if you're all alone, you would think, because you can't associate those sounds with anything you know of, your mind would go into overdrive. But of course, one of the sounds is the fox themselves. They give out sort of a scream, but that's their way of communicating, because it's dark and it's a unique sound to them. The owl, that's a lovely sound. You can have deer barking. Now that can be a very scary sound if you've never heard it before. And also they can rub themselves, scratch themselves against different things in the woods, which would also make a sound you're not used to. And you would think that there's someone else in the woods. And all this combined could lead to a terrifying night, if you like. But once you're used to all these different weird and wonderful sounds, you would then know it's just the night staff, if you like, coming onto their shift in the night in the woods. And by morning, the birds start the early shift by announcing their presence in their wonderful song, each, of course, having a unique sound and song. But it's wonderful. And I will, as as I've said this many, many times before, but it's yet to happen. I will film an evening in the woods, and you can come along with me, but you won't have to worry about scary sounds or being scared, because you'll be safely, hopefully, listening at home or wherever, but safe in a nice warm bed, maybe. So you can leave the scary bits to me. What else is there? When things are not planned, you see, I just pick things out of the air and hope they're interesting. But most importantly, I hope they're relaxing to listen to. And as I say, this is a handheld microphone with no pop filter, so I hope that doesn't detract from its relaxation benefits to you. I've said about the microphones and the audio recording equipment. I've bought a new camera, so I'm going to try that soon. There was something else. No, I can't think. You see, I'm getting tired now, so my brain, very small brain, but it's starting to shut down for the night to recharge its batteries. Anyway, I hope you're all keeping good and life is treating you well. And if anything bad, anything not very nice happens in your life from day to day, just try to think of something positive. Very difficult sometimes, but if things go wrong, try to laugh them off and try to see the positive side of when they go right, and it just helps the day go and makes life happier and can make the gloomiest of days more bearable for you. Just remember, you're never alone. I've said this before. Some people have illnesses, disabilities, and a lot of these things can be not as bad as describing them as mental problems, but problems within. People can come across as very confident, very happy, and have lots of friends, lots of social activities, and yet they can be the most lonely people in the world, because people don't know the true them, if you like. And of course, the longer it goes on, where they don't share the real them, or who they really are, or how they really feel, can be difficult, because people expect this person to be happy, to be everyone is different, I expect. But luckily for me, personally, my sort of needs are very little. I don't expect anything. So whatever does happen can be, however small, quite exciting. So, yeah, it's wonderful. And if you can help someone, make someone laugh, tell someone how good they look, anything like that, not only makes you feel good, but it'll make them feel 4 times as good. And it makes the world a better place to live and get on. But that's my sort of weird way of looking at the world and life, I suppose. We're all different. But anyway, this is going on and on. I do apologise. So, thanks for listening. I hope you've had some relaxation from this, because I certainly have. Feeling very relaxed as I record it, and I hope that comes across, hopefully. So take care of yourselves, and thanks for listening.